Of course that happened. It always messes up. Anyway, what's up, guys? This is the Battlewatch podcast. We are going over the Symmetra updates. It just came out today and was just released on the PTR. I am on the PTR right now. Joining with me are, as always, Mark. How you doing, Mark? Mark got a phone call like mid-introduction, so Steppy, what's up, man?
Yeah, not much, man. How you doing?
So we'll wait for Mark because he's going to go over our general updates. But before that, we can go straight into what I was talking about, Symmetra. Steppy, I know that you were a big Symmetra player, even though you didn't know how to play her at the beginning. So do you want to go over that story a little bit?
Okay, so the first time I played Symmetra, I actually didn't know what to do with her ultimate. So when I died, I actually put it in the spawn, because I thought you had to place one in the spawn and then one where you wanted people to come out of. And
so you thought it was you thought you had to set it up yourself.
Yeah, and then put the other one where you wanted people to come out from.
Yeah.
And they ended up next to each other, so I changed character because I didn't want to look stupid. But that was ages ago.
Nice. Mark, you there? Alright, Mark must still be on that phone call. So what?
I am here.
Okay, so Mark, how have you been? It's been a little while, and how's your Overwatch career at the moment?
It's going okay. I'm really enjoying the arcade lately, 1v1 specifically.
Yeah, I feel like it's
I really enjoy it.
The whole weekly quests, so to speak. I really like those, that they've added that stuff. So I'm playing Symmetra, as I mentioned we're going to go over. And Mark, do you want to go over the general updates before we get started with this whole new PTR patch?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah, some of they only made 3 general updates. So they added a new group unlockable voice line for Sombra. That's probably by player request after the little video they put out introducing Sombra, and she did that little boop motion.
Yeah, everybody was mad because it wasn't a voice option, and everybody was like, wait a minute, that was she did it 2 times, I believe, in the video, and that was one of the key moments, and it unlocked she knows a lot about Miss Volskaya or whatever she was, and then it's why don't they add that? She's got all these other cool phrases and the boop isn't there. So speaking of which, I purchased that said boop, and it doesn't work. I clicked on it, I tried to use the voice emote, I bought it for the 25, tried to use it in game, and I don't know why it doesn't work, but I'm going to be messaging on the PTR message board saying hey, you got to fix that, guys. So what else, Mark?
So it says here that players can now select the 1
You there?
duel and 3v3 elimination game modes in the custom game menu. So I guess when you're building a custom game, you can play Mystery Duel or the 3v3 elimination game modes as well.
That's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that means
Well, I can wreck you in 1v1s all the time, Dragon.
yeah, sure.
There you go.
We can we can test each other's skills, or that can be a really good way for pros to start practicing with each other, setting up different teams, seeing how different teams work together. I wonder if this is going to change the meta around, meaning are people going to go over and be we should play with these 3 and the other teammate should play with these 3? That'd be pretty cool. See if it changes anything based on that stuff. What's the last thing?
Yeah, so the final one is they added a stay as team feature, which allows players to remain grouped with their teammates after a match has ended. So presumably, you play a rap match with 5 other random people, and some of the people want to stay as a team and continue on again rather than re-instance or regroup, together with other people. So you can have that option if it stays a team. You'll stay with that same crew.
So when they announced this, I thought, okay, this is obviously going to need some testing. They obviously did in-house testing, and they want to push it out to the public. And I'm glad it's on the PTR instead of getting strictly forced straight into everybody's hands, because I don't want this to be one of those, like, if a troll wants to basically play Bastion every game and they click stay team, is it something where your teammates are going to be like, I don't want this guy on my team, so I guess I have to leave game and wait for another queue? Or is it one of these things where the troll, or you can be like, he wants to stay on our team, but he's a troll, I don't want him there, so denied. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, how it needs to be is everybody needs to have that button to stay as a team, and whoever clicks that button will stay with whoever else clicks that button.
That's how it is, isn't it? That's
I mean, I haven't done it yet.
Tested it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping that is how it is. But yeah, I just...
So if one person hits, I want to join this team, if the 4 others on that team don't hit that button, then that one person will not be placed in that. Like,
right.
So you think it's like it has to be an entire team or none?
No. So if those 4 people hit yes, one person hits no, then the other person hits yes. The person who hits no obviously moves on, but the other person who hit yes gets into that group.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, what if the one person doesn't want to re-queue? Do they get kicked out of that queue? Or is it, you get what I'm saying?
No.
All right, so...
I don't either.
Okay, so let's say the 3 of us are queued, right? We're trio queued, and we've got a rando that wants to play with us, and because he sees that we're teamed up. And the other 2 people, let's say it's 3 people, 1 person, and 2 people. And that's how it looks, right? There's 6. Am I not thinking of this right? Yeah, there's 6.
That's right.
And we click stay as team, right? Because we're obviously on a team. And the 2 people don't click stay as team. Now, do they get kicked out and pushed into another queue? Like,
yes.
That they have to wait like another minute or 2? Or is it one of these things like, well, I guess we have to click stay team if we don't want to wait for a queue time?
Well, the thing could be as well, you know how sometimes if you're in a quick play with, say, 2 people, and then you'll have those 4 people on your team, and the next round you'll have 2 people from the other team, but you'll have 2 people from your team still on your team. So they just might get pushed to the enemy team. They don't have to re-queue again. They just might get pushed over to the other team.
That's true. I'm thinking about like the worst case situation for like...
That's what I'm thinking will happen.
Okay.
So if all 6 of them say, yeah, we want to join as a team, then yes, they will those 2 who click no will then be forced out because there will be no spots for them in the next game.
All right. I guess that makes sense. Moving on to the big topic that we just want to hit really quick. Like, we want to hit this fast so people don't have to like stay through a 30 to 50 minute episode, and they can just watch this, get the information, and get going. So it's Symmetra. Steppy, again, you started out as Symmetra. You didn't like her at first, but I know that you've grown to love her, so I'm going to let you talk about her.
Yeah, so I love Symmetra, but I just don't play her because, as Jeff said in the video, she's very situational. Like, first point, then you get off by, so they're trying to remove it. So first of all, her new ability is Photon Barrier. Replace her existing Photon Shield ability. So this is her second ultimate, which I'll get into, I think, a bit later. I don't know. So it generates a large energy barrier in front of Symmetra. Oh no, wait, this is her E. Sorry, this is her E. So this generates a large energy barrier in front of Symmetra that blocks enemy fire as it travels forward. Okay. So basically, it's like a Reinhardt shield or a Winston shield, as where it blocks projectiles and like all damage coming through, which is really huge for a support type character. Like, it's gonna be massive because of that now. So I'm assuming fire strikes will still penetrate that.
Yeah, everything that hits barriers will go through it.
What else? So it may ult will go through it.
Fire strike, dragon strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, so just your normal bullets and that will not pierce it, which is really, really sick. So yeah, now this is the new ultimate ability. Shield Generator. Symmetra's ultimate ability now offers a choice between Teleporter and the new option Shield Generator. So I'll quickly explain these. So when you get your ultimate, you can press Q again when that's at 100%, and it will change to the Shield Generator, and you can press it again to go back to the teleport. So the Shield Generator places a device that grants additional shields to allies within its effective radius, regardless of barriers, walls, or obstacles. In layman's terms, it ignores line of sight. So like you can put it behind 3 walls, and as long as you're in range of it, it will give you shield.
All right, it is set up.
Shield generation, yeah. So Dragon tested it on the PTR and he said it's like a shield of 75.
Yeah, so it's basically if you think of what's his name, Torbjorn, he has an armor packs that gives 75 armor. So now it's basically Symmetra now gives, instead of 25, which you would just give away randomly to whoever she deemed fit, which could be your entire team. Now instead the shield generator gives 75 to everybody in the area, and this is instantaneous as soon as if you're around it. Now I haven't tested the length, like if it goes away, but I am on the other side of the map right now and I still have the 75 shield. So that being said, Steppy, I'll let you continue before I interject again.
So it's actually going to be better than Torbjorn's armor because you can take a certain amount of damage through his armor and it won't regen. Where shields, if you take like say 40 of that damage in your shield and walk around a corner, the rest of that shield will regen. So it's actually made the armor kind of like redundant now. But I guess that's going to make Torbjorn and Symmetra on defense like a really big thing now, because that's going to be an extra 150 health. Like, that is huge, man. Imagine a Roadhog with 750 health. Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, like, it's Reinhardt with what? 650? Dude, oh my god.
So Winston can have up to 1,150 if he ults.
Yep. Oh, shoot.
We're just...
So keep in mind that this is destroyable as well, so please, if that thing is down, probably destroy it.
Yeah, so speaking of destroying it, now all the teleporters and generators have a health bar above them. I don't know if this is the same for Torbjorn. I can find out in 1 second. But, oh, it is. What am I thinking?
Yeah, it's always been that way.
But they have a health bar in front of them. Basically, I believe the teleporter last time didn't, just because it was like, if it's there, just shoot at it. And this has 2 bars of health and like 10 more bars of shield. That being said, if you're playing Symmetra, be aware if you have a Sombra on the other team, because if you place this in an open area where Sombra can use her ultimate, the shield will be down to nothing. So that's something to be said. What else? We've got, speaking of the 75% shield, I was talking to Steppy earlier, and if you put this in the back lines where everybody can just run through this, now all your healers, let's say you're healing with a Lucio or Mercy or an Ana. Ana's probably the best at the moment. All your healers will have an extra 75% to heal, or 75 health to heal on top of everything. So even if I go and take damage from these bots over here, if I take damage from these bots over here and get below my normal, I can get a health pack, I can be healed by a healer, and it will still stay at that 275 range, even though the photon generator is back at the mid. So this is going to be really good for people that have excelled at Sombra because their health packs have been hacked. Healers that are very good at evading, like Lucio's in the middle of a point. This is my opinion, I don't think Symmetra is going to be overused other than on capture points, like the usual King's Row, Temple of Anubis, things like that, the hybrid maps, but this could change. Did you mention the turrets?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so moving on.
Okay, so Photon Projector, her primary fire, the left click, the stream of energy, I guess is probably the best way to explain.
Yeah.
Its range has been increased from 5 meters to 7 meters. Now, I almost called you freaking Chad then. Dragon went and tried it on the PTR, and 7 meters seems pretty big, doesn't it? You said it's around 8 though. So
yeah.
I reckon about 7.5.
It feels like 8. Like so this is 5 meters. This is 10.
Back more?
No. So if I back up to about, all right, so I'm at 7. If I back up to 10 meters, then it drops.
Yeah, so that's still a pretty big increase. That's 2 meters. That's huge. Yeah, so sentry turrets. Number of turrets that can be carried has been increased from 3 to 6 turrets. So instead of spawning with 3, then you set up 3 and then wait for the rest to kind of regen. And you start with the automatic 6. With saying that, once you place a 6, you start at 0 again. So it's not like you play 6 and then you have 6 immediately off cooldown. They still have to come back. But the cooldown has been reduced from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. So I'm assuming that's per turret, not get all 6. Yeah, I guess that would be per turret.
For what, the setup?
So it's just for the sentry turret, cooldown has been reduced from 12 to 10 seconds. So I'm assuming seconds per turret, not 10 seconds for 6.
No, it's per turret, but the time a turret actually gets set up, you're already setting up your second one.
Yeah. So
it's very
they
quick.
actually buffed the teleporter a fair bit, which is the next point. Decreased the health from 200 to 50, but increased the shields from 0 to 350. So what? That's 400 health. So like 50 actual health and 350 shields. So if you go and do 349 damage, 309 damage to that, then the rest of the shield is going to regen all the way back up, so you've pretty much done nothing. So if you're going to kill it, you need to actually get it from 100 to 0% because it's just going to regen. Photon shield replaced with the new photon barrier ability. So we already went through that, so I don't know why that point's there.
Probably because...
The developer comments, or...
Yeah, go ahead.
So when looking into changes for Symmetra, we wanted to address 2 main issues. She didn't feel active enough, and she often felt weak in certain situations or in different maps and game modes due to her teleporter. To address the first point, we removed her passive photon shield ability and replaced it with a much more active ability, photon barrier. Now Symmetra can help lead the charge on offense or help shut down a big push on defense by actively blocking damage for your team. Which, oh my god, I still think is going to be amazing. For the second point, we noticed players would often switch off her when they felt like the teleport wasn't as useful. For example, when playing on defense on an assault map, players often only use her to defend the first capture point and quickly change if that point fell, which people would always yell at you or get off Symmetra now, even if you didn't want to. And it made sense because she was useless. So to help her feel more useful in more situations, they've given her an alternate to her teleporter. The shield generator is just as important for the enemy to deal with, but is useful in more situations than her teleporter, which is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
The turret changes allow her to rebuild her turret nest even faster. Even if all her turrets are wiped out, it's just easier for players to build them all back up before the next push. The last change increases the range on her arc welder to make it easier to build up and keep powerful charge on her weapon. So yeah, she's gonna be sick.
Yeah, she's gonna be really good. So one thing, Mark, once you get your ult, I want you to put it down, and I want to see if my shield gets regenerated from your ultimate, or if I gain more on my actual Reinhardt shield. You got your shield up?
Put down right over here.
Oh, that's fine. We're in skirmish, it doesn't really matter. So you get Q twice in order to initialize it. Shield up. I am a 575 health Reinhardt. I love it. I'm gonna go get some shield.
Yeah, it makes me think, is that gonna force Torbjorn people to play Torbjorn now?
You mean for the 150?
Imagine a Mercy with 350 health. Oh, it's just so much to ignore it.
Alright, so I'm standing next to the shield generator. It does not regenerate Reinhardt's shield, so that's sad face for Chad, but
She slept.
they just stand and look at you. That's so odd. They're like, don't hit the sleeper. Anyway, let me go test out some other things. I will go with Zenyatta. So I'm testing out Zenyatta. Moving. Oh, it's down? Damn it. I'm gonna die. Anyway, so that's right, Zarya. They've adjusted Zarya. Okay, that's fine. Let me switch back over to Zen. I want to. All right, so I've just switched characters. Have you set it up yet? Don't set it up.
Where do you want it?
Let me switch characters. All right, go ahead. Wherever. I want to test if it's per character or if you switch. Alright, so that's a pretty far distance. I was over at the entryway and I just got it. Now I'm switching over to Zen. You immediately get it. Yeah, you immediately get it when you switch characters.
Wow. So the range is pretty big?
It's ridiculous. It's like 50 meters.
You know what? You know why that's really good? Because on control point map,
Hit me. Come on, Anna, hit me.
and people will get shielded on the point. Like, that's insane.
Yeah. Now again, it's only once. So she's losing, if you think about it, if we want to do this mathematically, she's losing giving people 25 shield every time. Like every time they've lost it and regained their health. What?
So once you've lost that 75 shield, you can't get it again until you die?
No. This stays, but in the past with Symmetra, if you gave them the 25 health, I believe it only stayed until it was gone. And then if you get healed back, she would have to do it again. Is that correct, or am I wrong?
No, yeah, I think it stayed until you died.
Oh, it did? Okay, then that's just my mistake.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure you've never had to re-shield someone unless they died.
Gotcha. Hold on, Mario. I want to take a lot of damage because Zenyatta is one of the fastest to build his ult. Oh, don't kill me! Come on, hit me again. All right. Okay. Don't hit me anymore. Don't hit. All right. So I died. I'll switch over to Zarya. All right. So Steppy, are you watching or no?
No.
So he has it's fine. He has it set up at basically the capture point on Volskaya Industries. The second capture point, right?
Okay.
I just spawned as Zarya and I got it. So I got it as soon as I spawned. Right there. You got it right there.
That's good. That's pretty big.
Yeah. All right.
You can, like, leave that in spawn. Right? And
Yeah, and people. I mean,
what?
you can spawn it in your spawner.
Man.
All right, so in a nutshell, guys, that is the changes that have happened. We kind of spent a little time goofing around with it, but hopefully you guys had some insight. If you have any questions, feel free to message us. We are on the Battlewatch page on Facebook. It's a closed group, but we will invite you as soon as you request to join. We are on Twitter at DR4G3N, as well as YouTube, which this is where you're watching the videos. So feel free to comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow us on Twitch, and Mark's giving a little goodbye, and then we will get your answers to you within the next video. The more questions you have, the more videos we'll put out. So see you guys.